Hey, you guys, welcome back to Naughty Love Movement. It's your girl, Nikki, and today I'm bringing opportunities for advertisement on my channel. If anyone is interested, they can email us at knottylove2020@gmail.com. Our prices are affordable and reasonable, and please reach out to us. We can start our videos with any commercials that you would like us to advertise. I look forward to hearing from you. I'm out. One. Hey, you guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome back to Naughty Love Movement. It's your girl, Nikki, bring you the latest and trending topics. And I vlog my life. Okay. So we had so much fun this past Monday at New York Fashion Week. I met a lot of great people, a lot of connects. It was just so much fun. And I hope you guys enjoyed the journey with me. I had the chance to be privy to a lot of eclectic original pieces. It was so dope. They gave us a private showing and things like that. That's all up on the channel, you guys. You have to check out my videos earlier in the week. All right. So before we get into today's content, please remember to hit that like, subscribe, and that bell button. Yes, I need you to do all those things. Also, leave comments and share my content on your different social media platform. How is everybody doing today? Hey, Scarlett. Good morning, gorgeous. Yes, I just miss you guys. I wanted to hop on. I'm gonna have to log in to work soon, but that's okay. We'll figure all of that out or whatever. But I have finished phase one of my boot camp and getting my insurance license. So up next, I am preparing for the actual state licensing exam. So I'll be taking that on March 5th. So wish me luck, guys. Oh, I'm about to be an information overload, if you will. Okay. But you know what? I'm excited about it. I am. I am. It's just, I have many layers. I have many layers that go on all at once to create all of this and to grow my brand and everything. So right now I have to put in the work, but it'll be greater later. And that's how I put put it out there. Shout out to all my new supporters on my head wrap line. Shout out to the Gray Hair Diva. Shout out to Roy Ayers World. Shout out to Logic Curves. Shout out to Caleb. Okay, we met at Fashion Week. And we're gonna make plans for him to come on the channel. He is a fashion designer and he is so dope. So dope. Love his style or whatever. So I'm gonna try to schedule an interview with him and bring him on so he can share. Good morning, Robin. So he could share his journey in the fashion industry. I just thought he was great. Like our energies just connected. And you know how sometimes with certain people you just vibe, okay? You just vibe, all right? And we both were there with the same intention and we had a blast. So shout out to Caleb. All right. Also, Robin, I hope you got your mail. I hope you got your mail. So yeah, so today I have some trending topics for you guys. So much going on. So much going on. We got people out here talking about Rihanna and her singing or lip singing or whatever. Okay, people love to pick apart the details and nitpick. Not yet. That's weird. All right, I have the receipt. I'm gonna check the tracking. That's weird. I'm getting concerned actually because they told me Monday. All right. And oh, happy Black History Month to all of you. See, check my fits. All right. Together we rise, Naughty Crew. Together we rise. All right. So that's the theme. And not only happy Black History Month, but happy Black Future Month. Yes. An initiative that my job has kicked off, which I really, really appreciate them for this. As I said before, like Ruby Bridges came and spoke at my job. It was dope. It was awesome. It was awesome. Oh, I hope everybody's doing well today, but we're going to go here and start jumping into these topics, all right? Because there is always so much going on in the world. Okay. Okay, you guys. Let's jump into it. Okay, we got Howard Stern out here talking cash about Rihanna and her Super Bowl performance. Okay, opinions are like a-holes. Everybody has one, all right? But we want to jump into it and discuss because I want to see what my naughty crew think. All right. Here we go.
Lip syncing. Was she lip syncing or not?
Of course she was. I don't even know why she bothered showing up. I got to tell you, I love Rihanna's voice. I think it's a wonderful voice.
Yeah, she got a great voice.
And I love how she interprets a song. And every song they played there behind her was terrific. There was one point where she was singing toward the end of the performance when she actually was on the stage with the band. She was singing whatever song that was. But I would say, now again, I could be wrong, but in my opinion, 85% of that performance was lip sync.
I couldn't tell for sure. I was like, Bobo, is she singing or is she not?
Well, the big giveaway might be when she puts the microphone down by her knees and she's
still loud.
And her lips aren't moving and the other voices are going.
Yeah, but that was an echoey voice. She was like being doubled by something.
No.
Hey, Al, you think she was lip syncing? Was she lip syncing or not?
Of course she was. I don't even know why she bothered showing up. I got to tell you, I love Rihanna's voice. I think it's a wonderful voice.
Yeah, she got a great voice.
And I love how she interprets a song. And every song they played there behind her was terrific. There was one point where she was singing toward the end of the performance when she actually was on the stage with the band. She was singing whatever song that was. But I would say, now again, I could be wrong, but in my opinion, 85% of that performance was lip sync.
What do you think, Naughty Crew? Do we care? Do we care? Do we care? I mean, Howard Stern is he just likes to be a jerk. He just likes to be a jerk, period. But do we care? Do we care if it was 85% lip singing? Do we care that Rihanna Milli Vanilli does? Do we? Was it still a great show anyway? Shout out to the Neighborhood Talk for dropping this footage, okay? I didn't even watch the Super Bowl. I only saw clips. And the clips I saw, great performance. Okay, whatever. Congratulations, Riri, on your new bundle of joy. Seriously, people need to get their lives. Let's see what some of the comments are saying. So this person says her mic was on. There was light, I guess, tuning, and effects on it. That's okay. It was definitely on, though. Bye, Mr. Howard. All right, so this person doesn't care. Okay. Okay. So real Fred H says all acts lip sync the Super Bowl. They all pre-record. Okay. Blame It On Way says, can I just say I don't know what was this whole time when y'all would comment. I thought y'all was saying you two people. I'm hip now. Whatever. People are losing their minds. Ah, thank you, Scarlett, for dropping the jewels. It's called stems. You have to utilize it. You record vocals in the studio and sing along at your performance. I enjoyed it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I think Howard Stern is just hating at this point, okay? Happy birthday, Queen. Enjoy. Just wanted to send you a gesture of appreciation. I know it was late, but better late than never. Okay, so we just went over the story about Howard Stern's opinion about Riri's performance and her lip syncing. And I think we don't care. I think we don't care. All right, let's move on to the next story. Thank you, Neighborhood Talks, for dropping this footage, but we don't care. I love Flex. I love them. Oh my God, this is them on Black Love. And they talk about their journey and things like that. I just love them. Black Love, yes. All right. Hold on, guys. My alarm's going off for work. 1 second. Sorry about that. I'm multitasking this morning, guys. Okay, but I'm almost like logged in to work, but I just wanted to spend some time with you guys. Hey, man. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We getting into some trending topics, all right? And as you all know, I'm studying to get my insurance license. So I finished phase 1 or whatever. So now it's the next phase where I have to study for the big test or whatever. So I'm still in boot camp. But I'm making it through. I'm making it happen, you guys. I'm making it happen. I am making it happen. Please remember to hit that like button. Yes, make sure y'all hitting that like as you coming in. So the next story, let's get into it. All right. So shout out to Bay Area Alert for dropping this information. Okay. So former Ohio State football players Amir Reap and Johnson Went, who were kicked off the team in 2020 after they were charged for the R word, were found not guilty. They would have been in the NFL right now. They ruined the lives of 2 people, and now they're like, sorry, good luck. What do you guys think it is, Naughty Crew? I'm doing all, Robin. I'm doing all. I'm getting them all. And in New Jersey, I have to take them separate. So I'm starting with life, and then I'll follow up with the health after. Hey, Juice. Shout out to Juice Radio and Talk Show. Now, me and Juice have a show coming up on March 18th. I'll be posting it on my community tab. It's going to be so much fun. I'm going to go through the journey of my head rapping journey and in the history of head raps, and also give you a few demonstrations on how to rap. So I'm excited about this. I love Juice. She's such a very kind spirit, and I just can't wait till we can collaborate. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. So, what do you guys think of the story? I think it's sad, and I think it should be consequences for the other party, because they lost years that they can't get back. So the Bay Area Alert says this happens all the time. Women like this should be held accountable for their actions, ruining these men' careers and dreams. Exactly. Okay. This person says the media coverage of them being found not guilty needs to match or surpass the coverage of them being accused. Okay. And that's why I wanted to talk about it. Oh, Juice. I can't wait. I can't wait. It's horrible. I saw a story on CBS Morning today of a 49-year-old man whose M was overturned. He was in. Oh my God. This is years they cannot get back. And it's all too common. It's all too common. And I think people should have consequences when they bring up unfounded charges on people. Like, that should be, I think you should get prison time for that. I'm sorry. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. But they were held up all this time to be found not guilty. And it probably comes down to the money aspect, okay? What? He cannot be compensated? That is nuts. Hey, Tex. It was great. I had a blast, made a lot of great connections and networking and things like that. I had so much fun. Hey, Fifi. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Fifi. I got you, Tex. Yes. You cannot get that time back, Vet. Exactly. Uh-huh. Do you think they could sue them civilly, though? Y'all think about that. I'm gonna let y'all drop into the chat. I have to just take a few minute break and finish, getting in to my system over here, and I will be right back. I'm not gonna leave y'all without. Let me see what y'all in the mood for. Nah, I like that. I like that right there. All right, I'm gonna leave. I want y'all to jump into the comments. Let me know what you think about this. Do you feel like they should sue, or is it even an option for them to sue civilly? I mean, these women compensated for the time they lost. I'll be right back, Naughty Crew. Okay, thank you for being patient with me. I see these comments loading up. Let's jump into it. Yes, text. I like it. Deliver it. They give our people in America bad lawyers and biased juries in order to convict you all. I cry because I got no power to help you all. Oh, wow. Don't cry, text. We're going to band together. We're going to get this together. Okay, he could sue Robin, but what can he recover? At least some financial compensation, all right? So I could just go on and live my life comfortably. Wow. Okay. The man who was the eyewitness testified that he felt pressure to identify the man in the Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. The injustice does continue, but we need to expose it and talk about it. He should sue. Don't let them tell you what you can and can't do. Really? Really? I would like to hear that story. I would like to hear that story. All right. I'm gonna drop the link in a few to see if anybody wants to sound off. But that's the first story I wanted to get into. Like, they cannot get their time back at all. And I think that this is foul. This is messed up. And I think it should be consequences for people who bring up false charges and allegations. Seriously, because it's getting out of hand to the point they playing in our face with social media with it. You see it all the time, especially in the music industry, rappers and the baby mamas and stuff like that. They put it all on social media. They be making all type of false allegations. Oh, what really, Robin? In that state, there's litigation that allows for financial compensation in a case where someone is exonerated with DNA evidence only. Wow. Thank you so much, Robin. Thank you for those jewels. Thank you. But this is another example of the injustices that our people have to tolerate in this country. Well, really? Yes, get her. Seriously. You got that young man unalive. It's not okay to just lie on people like that. And her lie cost someone their life. Perfect example, Robin. Perfect example. It's ridiculous at this point. I hope these young men get some sort of compensation for the time that was wasted. And then you talking like 2 years of their life. They could have been off to college doing their thing. They could still go to college if they want to, but like they love their sport. Obviously, you know what I mean? For them to get that far. This is just messed up, and it needs to be some type of consequence. It really does. So thank you so much, Naughty Crew, for in engaging in that conversation, because there's so many of our people sitting in the prison system right now on false allegations. Hey, I'm that girl. Woo, interesting text. Thank you for your thoughts. There was legislation against voting too, but look what happened. If it was me, I would sue on infringement of my American rights, DNA or not. Hey ya, hey ya. Oh, thank you so much. I'm that girl. Yeah, I hope to do more shows like that. So they have another show coming up in May. So I'm gonna try to like get there and vlog it for you guys. Yeah, I ended up well, they gave a lot of goodies away too. Like we got like a nice, like all natural moisturizing system. It's like a scrub and everything. It was dope. And oh my God, they had so many like custom pieces. Guys, I could go on how much fun I had. Seriously. Exactly. They could have been in the NFL now. Mhm. Hey friends, what's going on? Oh boy. So yeah, hold on. I got 1 minute till I log in, and then we're gonna jump into the next story. And the next story is interesting, you guys, because here we go. 1 second. Yep. Yes. Okay. It's okay, Feds. Better late than never. Okay. We just over here having conversation. We just got into a story where some young men, they were in college and they got accused of the R word, and they were arrested, and 2 years later they were found not guilty, but that's supposed to be it, like, what about the time lost based on someone making false accusations? All right. So up next, the next story I want to get into is going to speak for yourself. Ladies, can women be too independent? All right. And that's how I'm going to segue into this next story. Let me know what you guys think.
The more educated and financially stable a woman is, the least likely she is dateable to most men.
A lot of the times we attach, our experiences to our accolades. And I think in real life, a lot of the issue that some of us have as Black women, and I can speak from a place of experience, isn't the fact that we're successful. It's the fact that sometimes our energy and our attitude with that success be sorry, but it's the truth. A lot of the times it's, I don't need this, I don't need that, I'm an independent, I get my own. That's cool, baby, get your own. They love that in real life, but they still want to feel like, oh, daddy, I love you. Daddy, I need you. Daddy, I appreciate you. They still want to feel like that. So I think that sometimes we be so quick to say, they mad because I'm getting money, mad because I got a degree. They not mad at that. They want that. They want a partner. They mad at the energy that comes with that sometimes.
And I think a lot of the times we need to know the difference between independence and hyper independence.
Yes.
Independence, you on your own. Hyper independence is a trauma response.
Bingo.
I thought it was interesting. All right. It was an interesting perspective. As far as my perspective on things, exactly, Juice. Thank you for your thoughts. Thank you for your thoughts. Your attitude is the issue, not your financial success. I know what I find is in relationship, all right, I'm a very independent woman myself, okay? So, but I also had to learn to soften that, right? Because I don't want to demasculate my partner at all, and I always, when I approach anything with my partner, I always try to consider his feelings, and I just try to put the respect at the forefront, because we're a team and we're not in competition with one another. Uh-huh, exactly. Another pick me versus independent woman debate. I mean, it's facts though. A lot of women are overly independent to the point um it takes away from their femininity a little bit. It makes them more dominant. And some people don't know how to turn it off. Some people don't know how to turn it off. I thought it was interesting, their perspective, and I wanted to share it with my naughty crew. All right. Some of the comments are saying, fire, they're on point. This person said two things can be true at the same time. There are some men that are intimidated, but I know that's not really what we're talking about here. So yes, sometimes that is, hold on. Sometimes that attitude that comes with it is crazy. We gotta check ourselves too. I think it's just a matter of being held accountable. Period. Vulnerability. Okay, thank you for correcting me, Robin. I couldn't find the words. Oh, yeah, they are dust, right? They are dust. I just, everybody with this social media phenomenon going on, everybody feels like their opinion matters, okay? And people are just a lot more vocal about it. I don't think Rihanna cares. She's a billionaire. Riri don't care. She's a billionaire. She's basking in motherhood right now. Tex, that's an interesting perspective. Please go a little deeper. He's quoting Texas quoting Farrakhan, and he's stating he said it best, won't respect a lazy bum and starts to act she's the boss. That's what we're talking about here, really. I mean, and see, this is where this is just the area. I just need some clarification on that text. What do you mean about a woman won't respect a lazy bum? Won't respect a lazy bum? Of course not. Of course not. I don't do lazy. I don't do lazy at all. Okay, let's move on to our next story. All right. So, unfortunately, there has been another mass papowing at Michigan State University, and my heart goes out to all the victims. It's just so sad that we have to constantly talk about this. Shout out to the Shade Room. This is the idiot. This is the destructive person that caused this whole situation. His name is Anthony Dwayne McRae. And he unalived 3 Michigan State University students. And the authorities said he may have plans to target 2 other schools in my state, New Jersey. Oh, got you, Robin. 1 second, guys. I gotta plug up. So this story, yeah, I'm gonna get to it, Robin. This story, this really hit home. When I saw New Jersey up there, it has to be a safer way to educate my child. And so not only did he unalive the 3 students, he left 5 others in critical condition and has been identified as 43-year-old blah. I'm not saying his name again. This is it's alarming. He had notes in his pockets that indicated a threat to 2 Ewing public schools. And it's just like, why? But like, because of our weapons laws, I'll say it like that, it cultivates this type of behavior. Thank you so much. Yes, Robin. This won't end until either there is a common sense power safety law in place, coupled with bans on this. Yes, all of that, Robin. All of that. This is just sad that someone can just wake up one day and decide to take people's lives like this. It has to be some type of mental disability going on there, Tex, because I don't wake up thinking like this. So here is the victims, the 3 victims. It's so sad. They had their whole lives ahead of them. This is so sad. This is the sad. Our laws cultivate this situation, all right? And the students of this university, this will follow them for the rest of their life. And they're speaking out. Shout out to Hollywood Unlocked for dropping this footage.
Was because it is almost 1 a.m. and I am currently directly across the street from where the shootings at Michigan State occurred. I am 21 years old, and this is the second mass shooting that I have now lived through. 10 years and 2 months ago, I survived the Sandy Hook shooting. And when I was crouched in the corner in school in Newtown, Connecticut on 12/14/12, I was hunched in the corner with my classmates for so long that I actually got a PTSD fracture in my L4 and L5 in my right lower back. I now have a full-blown PTSD fracture that flares up anytime I am in a stressful situation or anything occurs that's aggressive like that. The fact that this is the second mass shooting that I have now lived through is incomprehensible. My heart goes out to all the families and the friends of the victims of this Michigan State shooting. But we can no longer just provide love and prayers. So the reason I'm making this video right now is because it is almost, It needs to be legislation. It needs to be action. It's not okay. We can no longer allow this to happen. We can no longer be complacent. I'll forever be Sandy Hook strong and forever be Spartan strong.
So this caused people to speak out, naturally show it. This is not normal to have to go through 2 of those mass papowings in a lifetime. I mean, this I agree with Robin. These days, the excuse of mental illness is not enough. I mean, and it's a lot of untreated people out here. I mean, but do we create a system where they can be treated? Like at the end of the day, there's so many layers to this, but I think it comes down to legislation. We have to change our laws. Over in Europe, their police, they do not carry weapons. Like automatic weapons, papows. They don't carry those. But it's a big business in America. The right to bear arms. They the biggest gangsters. So Emma Riddle spoke out and she said 14 months ago, I had to evacuate from Oxford High School when a 15-year-old opened fired and unalived 4 of my classmates and injured 7 more. Tonight, I'm sitting under my desk at Michigan State University, once again, texting everyone, I love you. When will this end? It's sad. What's the end game? I don't get it.
Oh my God. Acres dying. Oh shit, dude. We're only something. Fuck, dude. Holy fuck.
Oh my God.
You want to get something in front of the door? Bro, yeah. Bro.
Yeah.
Terrible. Terrible. My heart goes out to the family and the victims. My heart goes out to the victims' families, and the victims. It's just protect your babies, people, because there's a lot of unhealthy people out here. It's a lot of evil out here, and you never know what a person's intentions are. So this situation made me want to hold my baby tight. Seriously. Exactly. And you gotta look at it's a black market. It's a black market for weapons. Well, we, text. I showed the victim. It's just sad.
It needs to be legislated. So the reason I'm making this video right now.
But these people she's gonna have PTSD for the rest of her life. But I just really feel like all the victims matter here. This obviously a serious problem in America when it comes to this. And so it happens and then we're all just supposed to just move on. Like, what are you doing to change this behavior? There's Ariel Anderson. I think all of them are bad. Yes, Juice. Yes. Yes. Prayers can help, but people are too busy fighting each other, being mean, and not caring for one another. So they don't have time to pray for one another. It's sad. Yeah. The mainstream news, it could be. This is just horrible. This is just horrible. And like I have to like say prayers every day, like for my baby girl. Every time she go to school, I get anxious. I don't know what's gonna happen when she goes to school. And these kids are getting more and more vicious with their responses. Like there's no more scrapping, having fist fight. They're pulling out weapons. They're pulling out weapons. If they feel like you cross the boundary, it's a lot. It's a lot. And here it is. He was a grown man. So like does anybody know his situation, whether he was married or anything? Did he have family around him? The active unalive this guy? And this is my thing. Like, if you going through a hard time, and I don't promote this, keep that with yourself. Why are you trying to take people out with you? Having to damage these families like that. It's just messed up. It's just messed up. Oh, this is Jeannie Mae and Jeezy's baby girl. They're so cute. She's so cute.
This is so cool.
Your first Valentine's Day, Coco. Wow.
I gotta take a commercial break, guys. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, guys. Ah, you can't stand Jeannie Mae? I don't know how. I feel indifferent about Jeannie Mae. Just the baby is cute. That's all I cared about. Oh. All right, up next, I want to get into Busta Rhymes. A woman came out, shout out to the Shade Room, and she pinched his buns, okay? I was like, oh my God. And they caught Busta's reaction. Here we go. Y'all see it with your own eyes. She went to grab him. He said it was his bun. They saying it was his buns. And he turned around and threw some type of liquid on her. Okay, what do you guys think about his reaction? I think people need to respect people's personal space. Seriously. Can't just be going in people's personal space like that. Especially in these days of us dealing with the panty. Okay, like, I don't know you. Like, try another way to get my attention. Like, hey, Busta, I'm a big fan. Can we take a picture? I'll try to find it, Robin. I'll try to find it. All right. So she has spoken out. This is the woman. She speaks out after Busta Rhymes threw a drink on her for touching his behind. Said it was a mistake and she just wanted a photo. Yeah, I think celebrities, they just not having it no more. You can't just be going in people's personal space like that. That's just the bottom line. So you get what you get. And he didn't put hands on her. He just threw liquid on her. I mean, he don't know what's your intentions, especially when you grabbing on my behind. Like, you could try to grab him on his arm. Why his buns? It doesn't give her the right. This is true, Robin. This is true. I appreciate your comment. Yeah, personal space is important, but things like the internet have made so many people seem accessible and give a feeling that we know each other more intimate. Yeah, like, especially when I got into like this whole YouTubing world, I have my virtual friends at the end of the day, but I don't know these people. You know what I mean? Like, for example, Robin, if I was to bump into you, I'm in the city a lot or whatever, I'm gonna be like, hey, but I'm not gonna be all up in your space. I'm gonna kind of read your energy to see what it is, and hey, how you doing, and this and that or whatever, and see where it goes from there. But I'm not coming up to you, grabbing on you like, hey, girl. You don't know me like that. You don't know me like that. I think people have lost their etiquette in their coof. You know what I'm saying? Their class. People have lost value. All right, Robin, I'm gonna look it up. She said, yes, you would. Okay. But everybody's different. Not everybody likes to embrace and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, it has to load up. Yeah. All right. I got it for you, Robin. Here we go. That's not it.
Right now, what it is right now, what it is right now, what it is right now. And let me tell you what it is right now. Let me step up and handle my biz right now. Did you see this match tonight?
Oh, God.
Did you see this match tonight?
Thank you. Yes,
that was everything. That was everything.
Thank you, Travis. Crazy. We both Travis.
You know, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Right now, I didn't even know that.
I didn't know that. I was his biggest fan. I didn't know that. And then I read. We didn't even have the internet back then.
Word.
I had to find that old school. Trevor Smith Jr. Trevor Smith Jr.
Yes. I am Trevor Smith Jr.
That's right.
Proudly.
That's right. I was like, I'll be his backup whenever he needs it. Whenever he needs it. Right here. If Smith is busy, you call me. You know that you call me. You call me. Hey, yo, we keeping it coming, keeping it moving, keeping it violent. We getting the paper, let's keep it
Chill us stacking and piling, and now we happy and smiling, cause now we living good.
Doing it is how we be moving it in the hood. Doubling money, double the bitches,
Double the bitches.
Turning you up, one for my bitches.
No doubt.
Keeping it busy, make all my women
all shout.
You and you, make you take up and see
See
through.
through.
Are you thinking around the corner, baby? I see
You.
Tell me what you gonna do. I'm telling you now, I'm gonna have you running until your ass drops. Hit me up and down. Yo, let me take you to the top. You never stop, my nigga.
All my niggas up in the front say, oh.
Oh man, thank you. Always. Bust a bus. Always.
Angie Martinez in
Thanks for sharing that, Robin. Okay, I love Busta Rhymes. I've been following Busta Rhymes since leader of the new school. Okay, when he had the big locks. I always loved Busta in his flow, but that was a dope moment right there. So thank you for sharing that with us, Robin. It's a few curse words. We all grown. I'm just saying, like, people curse. Really? How did that make you feel? No, I'm old school hip hop. See, Robin, I grew up when I watched hip hop evolve. Basically, I lived it, and my brother, he would DJ, make beats and things like that. He was a break dancer. He had the big boom box, everything. Like, I grew up. I am hip hop. I seen it all evolve. So I'm down for the old school hip hop. I love Busta Rhymes. Sometimes I don't think he get the credit because he could out rap all of the industry. Okay, he got bars. He got bars. I love Busta Rhymes. Yes. All right. Thank you so much, Robin, for sharing that. Oh, you didn't know he was like that? I'm not surprised. Busta is a big deal. I think he's underrated. The Funky 4 plus one more. You like D Nice? I grew up in the Bronx by the D and the yeah, exactly. But I think Busta is justified. That lady need to stay in her lane and stay out his personal space. Bottom line, you were wrong, lady. You were wrong. I don't care if you just wanted a picture or not. It's a way to ask. Yes. So that was good. Yeah, I got you. Was talk about Trevor. Yes, yes. So Buster is the ish. All right. I don't think he always get his accolades, and he know how to perform. He know how to perform. He's a great performer. I always love his costumes and everything. Oh. I just feel like Busta Rhymes is an international superstar. Like I actually know somebody that dated Spliff Star. Oh, got it, Tex. Exactly. Exactly, Robin. Exactly. But Busta, he was there. He brought a different swag to the game. He brought a different flow to the game, okay? He created a new lane in hip hop. He created a new sound. And when you hear a Busta Rhymes record, you know it's Busta Rhymes. Like, can't nobody duplicate that. I had to get active on my computer real quick. But I love leaders of the new school. I love leaders of the new school. That's where Busta Rhymes started. I used to watch all their videos on Video Music Box with DJ Ralph McDaniels. Okay. Yes, he does. And he's taking very good care of himself, as far as I know. Yes, his voice is very unique. He has a unique sound. He brought a different wave into the game, okay? He created the way for the Ludacris of the world and the Twisters, you know, the fast rhyming and things like that. All right. So I wanted to share that story with my Naughty Crew. Robin, thank you for, spinning off and adding the extension of the story. I appreciate you. That's why you one of my fave. Yes. All right. All right. You know how we do over here, Naughty Crew. We got to expose racism, okay? So this TikTok has been trending. Take a deep breath. Let's dive into this foolery.
Swinging. It says swinging, and it's still swinging. It's still swinging. It's still swinging. It's still swinging.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No differently than any other girl's ponytail. What is your information?
The rules you have right there. In my opinion, listen. Hold on.
Information, sir.
We're done. I'm not arguing.
No.
I'm in charge of the field.
Kayla, don't argue with him. Your name and your information.
Timothy Young. You want to call Mike Aguadella? I'll give his cell phone from to you right now. Because this game's over.
It should be.
That's fine.
You wrong as fuck.
We're standing up for a team.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
And it's
Listen to me. I've tried to give you several opportunities to fix the problem. That's it.
No. It was nothing wrong. It's
only two African American girls on the field. So let's go, Timothy Young. What's the rest of the information?
I'm giving it to you. One sec. You guys can leave. The game's over.
I bet it is over because you're caught up with being racist.
No, I'm not racist.
You are.
No, I'm
They're
not.
the only two
I'm not
African American
racist.
girls.
No, but it has nothing.
They're the only two African American girls with beads in their hair.
Exactly.
My daughter has been playing for 4 years.
Listen to me.
4
It's
years.
not
sir.
about the color.
4
I
years.
didn't make it
It's
about the
definitely
color.
about the color.
It's about the
only
beads.
two black girls.
It's about
What's
the
information?
beads.
I'm not arguing
You
with
can
you.
step
What's
up
the
front.
information?
But let me ask you something. Truly, I understood when you said it was swinging in their face.
Right.
We took a hair tie. We pulled
No,
it back.
and I know that, and I
What's
said,
the information?
take a couple soft scrunchies and wrap it up. but the one girl came on and it was still swinging in the back. I need it not to be swinging, period. Soft scrunchies, a wool hat, anything.
You saying rubber. The other little girls had rubber bands in their hair.
That's what I
How
just,
is it different?
But that's what
How is it different?
I just said. You can use scrunchies. You can use rubber scrunchies.
This is racist.
Rubber,
Like, you're racist.
Rubber band, scrunchies, anything so it's not swinging. The one girl came on and it was still swinging. That's
But do you
it.
understand how our daughters feel putting plastic
No,
on their hair?
I completely,
and we tie
yes.
it behind their hair?
Stop the whole game.
What do you think, Naughty Crew? Tex feels like they hate our hair and our culture. Dude can hardly walk. He in charge of the sports arena. What? Okay, Juice. All right. Why do we have to behave this way? I know this disagreement, but the anger could be handled better. It looks like soccer. Yeah, the anger part of it, that's what I disagree with. But do you think it was racist? Do you feel like he was discriminating against the two African American girls because they had beads in their hair? Or was he really trying to bring out the safety concerns? Exactly. They need my hair wraps. Problem solved. All right. Oh, yeah. They pulled this with Venus and Serena about their beads when they first came out. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do you think it's a lack of understanding for our culture? That's what I'm saying. I've heard of this before. I've heard of, especially like on skating and stuff like that. That stuff falls out. You could really seriously hurt yourself. Someone trips on a bead or something, they could really get hurt. Okay, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. All right, I got to take a commercial timeout. I'll be right back. Okay, we back. Let's jump into the comments. Thank you for being patient. You know, I'm multitasking this morning. Let's see what these comments are saying. Misery loves company. Tex said they probably have problems with the head wraps too. They don't like anything with showing Black identity. Parents are unreasonable, irrational, and on the ignorant side of things. I agree. I don't feel like it was racist. I think it was a safety issue. And you hear that a lot when it comes to sports. That's common. So, like, to make this a racist issue, Oh, Venus and Serena had to fight for that too. Venus had a situation in 1999 at the Australian Opening when the chair thought the flying beads was distracting. That was not racist. Got you. It's called daydreaming. Oh, a strand of her beads. That's a safety issue, if you ask me. I'm not trying to coddle the situation. I mean, we got to be honest. Like, what is racism? All right. And racism is when you're trying to discriminate and isolate and exclude. He was just expressing, like, it's a safety issue. I don't like the way the parents handle it. And I just wanted to open up the conversation to my naughty crew. I think it was a little bit too much attitude for me. Period. That's it. Not everything is racist. I'm sorry. Not everything is racist. I think this man was doing his job. I think they tried to twist the situation and make it a racist situation. We can hear it again. Let's hear it again.
Swinging. It says swinging, and it's still swinging. You have the rules. It's still swinging. It's still swinging. It's still swinging.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No differently than any other girl's ponytail. What is your information?
The rules you have right there. In my opinion, listen. Hold on.
Your information, sir.
We're done. I'm not arguing.
No.
I'm in charge of the field.
Don't argue with him.
Your name and your information.
Timothy Young. You want to call Mike Aguadella? I'll give his cell phone to you right now. Because this game's over.
It should be.
That's fine.
You wrong as fuck.
You're right.
Look, I want to address the comments, okay? Can we not do the name? Like text. I don't like that comment. Bootlicker. I didn't like it. But we have to respect one another. I just brought out a topic. I'm highlighting a situation, and I just posed the question: Did you guys think it was racist? I don't feel like it was racist. I think the parents were trying, their attitude and everything, they were trying to make it that way. I really genuinely think it was a safety concern. And that's just it, Juice. Some things are just a disagreement. Some things are just a disagreement. They tried to have a moment for TikTok. You're right. It's sad because I feel like they're weaponizing that in an unjust, unfair way. It's not cool. I get that we don't know what he's saying is true, but what I'm dealing is the facts. What is being said in this video. And they keep saying racist, and he clearly stated it had nothing to do with color. It had everything to do with safety. Period. It has everything to do with safety. You hear that all the time in sports. Like, those beads can be very dangerous. Period. That's the facts. That's safety. That has nothing to do with race. And I'm sorry, their parents knew that. I don't know. We can agree to disagree. I'm not here to get into a back and forth battle about it, but I don't feel like it was racist. Period. Oh, so let's talk about Black excellence. Okay, so mom breaks down in tears as 14-year-old son becomes the youngest person ever to graduate college in Texas. So I don't know how he did it, but congratulations to this young man. I'm telling you, these kids are figuring out things faster. They're figuring out how to get through things faster. They like, forget going through all these years of school. I'm gonna get the work done, okay? It's not a text. I think you're missing the point. It's not about the hair. It's about the beads. The beads. They fall out. You could get hurt. Period. And if my kid running up and down that field, I want to make sure my kid is safe. It was not a racist thing. They tried to make it that way for TikTok, but it wasn't. Exactly. I'm only dealing with the facts. Yes, mom. Yes. Excellent job. Congratulations to this mom. Like, she's got a genius. Imagine being done with college by the time you're 14. I think it was awesome. And congratulations to this young man. Shout out to Generate Black Wealth. Love this site. Okay. They always highlight Black excellence. That's what we need to focus on. Oh, in the name of Valentine's Day, I thought this was so cute, Naughty Crew. Oh my God. This next story is going to melt your heart. Let's jump into it.
Will you be my Valentine?
What you think? What you think?
You ain't got no choice.
I've been your Valentine for 64 years. Oh, you got me a card? I love you, Popper.
I love you, Granny. I can't do without you.
You the best Valentine I ever had.
You make my world go round. Will you be my Valentine?
What you think? What you think?
You ain't got no choice.
I've been your Valentine for 64 years.
I just thought that was adorable. Okay. The interaction. This is like family foundation, long lasting, okay, love. And it's still there till this day. And they still were like very intimate with one another. Yes, Robin, thank you so much for your thoughts. The Panty offered kids to celebrate their education via virtual learning. A 9-year-old graduated high school this way. Yes, it did. Have a good day, Tex. You have a great day. I appreciate your perspective. Please come back whenever you feel fit. Yes, Juice. I love love. I love love. Isn't it cute? Exactly, Juice. Longevity, love is absolute best. It's just so genuine. It was sweet. I thought it was sweet. And I thought it was sweet that he took a moment to go and pick out a card for his love. It's the little things for me. It's the little things for me. So I thought this was so cute. You know, I like to give you guys feel good stories, all right, in the mix. Oh boy. I don't know. I think I'm going to end the show there. Oh, Pharrell, he's dropping jewels out here. Love him.
To being owned in some way, shape, or form. But no one should own you. No one should own your actions. No one should own your creations but you. You shouldn't walk into a company and say, I'm going to make this record. They give you an advance. Then for the tenure of the entire time that your album's out, you're working to pay back that advance. Like no bank,
it's illegal.
No bank gives a company a loan to start a company and walks away with the trademarks.
It's illegal.
Walks away with the
patents.
Walks away with the product and owed the founder is somewhere still paying off that and borrowing future earnings against
his patents or his trademarks
to try to get it back, but they don't never get it. You don't need to do that. We're so used to
I think what he's saying is so true. And to all my entrepreneurs out there, protect your brand. Okay. It's so important. And understand that you own your product. Don't let anyone come in and take over that for you. I mean, especially in being in business for myself or whatever, I made sure I branded myself. You know, Knotty Love Movement is trademark, LLC, okay? Protected. Next, I'm going to build the trust for it. Because it's my brand. It's my legacy. It's the generational wealth I'm creating for my family, okay? So this is important of handling your business, okay? Too many people be out here faking. I'm sure he does. I'm sure he does. And the key to the music industry is owning everything, owning your masters and things like that. So that you could get the residual income from the future. And see, that was the problem with the industry back in the day. A lot of the artists didn't protect their brand. And they ended up in these crazy 360 deals. And you end up paying out more than you making. Own your stuff. That's right. You got to own your stuff outright, okay? I'm going to drop the link. I'm going to let anybody that wants to come up and sound off really quick. I have a few more minutes and then I gotta hit the plantation, you guys. So I'm dropping a link. Let me know what you think about these topics. I appreciate everybody joining me today. I really do. I missed you guys. I also wanted to update you on where I was with the licensing and everything. So my exam is March 5th. March something. All right. Yeah, I think it's March the 5th. Hey, Stan. Good morning. Good morning. Artists selling catalogs. Like they're clarify, please, James. Welcome. Thank you for joining. You didn't get a notification? I'm sorry. I kind of just hopped on. Yeah. I got to hit the plantation, guys, in a few, but I just dropped a link just in case anybody wanted to sound off about any of the topics. All right. So we got into We got into Busta Rhymes, okay? A fan pinched his behind and he threw a drink on him, right? But we also got into Busta Rhymes and Trevor Noah meeting up, and Trevor Noah just breaking down the bars, okay? Just breaking it down. Thank you to Robin for sharing that information. All right. And we also discussed we touched on a little bit of a situation about two young Black girls. Hey, Juice. Hey, Juice. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Oh, thank you so much for joining me today.
So glad to be here. You're doing a wonderful job, Knotty. Wonderful commentary on these stories. Let me tell you, just keep letting people inspire you. Don't let people hold you back. I was in the chats, saw a little bit that's going on, but we don't give no place for the devil, the enemy. We don't even pay him no attention. We don't put him on screen, okay?
Exactly.
You keep going forward. I love the topics that you're covering. Let me tell you, I'm a Busta Rhymes fan also. I grew up during that time. Busta is the man.
He's that dude. He's that dude.
Busta is it. I love him. I love him. I love him. What other topic you cover? The beads. Listen, I can understand. I think what we do as a Black culture is sometimes we don't get a better understanding before we start raising our voices. We need to have better conversations with one another so that we can get a better understanding, and also so that we can get a better resolve.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Too many times, because we live in America, we feel that we have every right. And so we try and overuse those rights, and it ends up being abusive. I don't think that we should be raising our voices to the point where communication is not being heard. Get some understanding, get some better understanding, some better dialogue, instead of being so quick to say something is racist. They could probably have that man's life to be in potential harm or danger because they're accusing him of being something that I didn't see in the video. Now, I didn't see the video before, I didn't see the video after, but the clip that I did see was really, to me, not racist. It was a difference of opinions about the child's hair.
Exactly. Thank you. That was so eloquently spoken. I appreciate you, Juice. Okay, James. All right. About artists selling their catalogs. I mean, it's their catalog. They could do as they want with their catalog.
Right.
I don't have a different I don't have an opinion. You know what I mean? Like, that's like somebody telling me like what to do if I decided to sell Knotty Love Movement. I mean, that's my own right. They created those catalogs. If they want to sell it off, so be it.
It's theirs to do with what they want to do with. And we never know what these artists financially could be facing.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they need to do that sale. Or maybe they want to just, get rid of it. We never know.
I would need to know more information before I can form an opinion. But at face value, I just really feel like that's their own. That's just like my art. Like, if I choose to sell my art, nobody can stop me. That's my art.
Mm-hmm. At least they have an opportunity to be able to sell it, and somebody is not stealing it and taking it and tell them they don't own it.
That part. That part. They're making their I think they're kind of taking their power back by doing that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because back in the day, now we want to talk back in the day, they didn't even have stuff that they could sell.
Pretty much.
It was taken away from them. So, it's their choice, and people have to make that decision what they want to do with, like you said, their catalog. It's theirs to do with what they choose to. And again, I keep going to the financial part of it. We never know what these artists financially are. We don't know what's in their bank account. They may look like $1 million, but their bank account could be negative too. So we don't know.
Exactly. So I appreciate you bringing that up, James. It is definitely a good topic, okay? Because, Juice, I grew up in an era where, I watched hip hop evolve and music evolve through the years.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I loved our music back in the 80s and, better than, a lot of stuff that's going on right now. But hey.
I have a lot of little cousins, so they kind of keep me young and hip and keep me in tune, because I don't even understand half these artists that come out now. Like, look how Trevor was able to recite all of Buster's rhymes, right? Because he made music that you can understand.
Yes, 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 yes. This stuff when the kids be singing it nowadays, I'll be like, what? I was in the store yesterday and I heard this song and it kept saying, oh God, I'm doing this, oh God. And I was like, is this a gospel song? What is this? A gospel rap? What is it? I want to hear the words. And I was like, okay, some of this music, I can't even understand what they're saying. I have to go to the lyrics on Google to find out what they say.
Seriously. But it just makes me appreciate the quality. I'm glad I have been able to live through the quality music. You know what I mean? The quality side of music from back in the day. You know, and my dad was an album collector. So that's where we just always had music playing in my house, you know. And I remember when I bought Mary J. Blige's What's the 411, I saved my lunch money for like a week and a half so I can
All right, business minded back in the day too, Naughty. Yes, save that lunch money. Yes, I don't need this fruit cup. Let me get this Mary J. Blige LP. This leather.
And you know what was so cool about that? When I played her album, my dad pulled out the albums to match, to let me know where the sound originated from.
That's education right there. I love that transfer of knowledge. Come on, Dad. I love that.
So that's why I love music to this day. I love the arts to this day. It's because of both of my parents. You guys, I got to take a commercial timeout. I'll be right back, but please feel free to sound off.
Hey, Robin, how you doing?
I'm good, Juicer. How are you?
Wonderful, wonderful. Aren't you proud of Naughty and everything she's doing? I love her.
I am. I do my best to support. I come through when I can. You know, I came on when you're speaking about the music because I had been struggling to figure out why I am so wed to the origins of hip hop and how I never was able. I mean, I only slightly got into some West Coast rap when it became a thing. And the Southern stuff was never my thing. And of course, you know, I am, punching my AARP card too.
Me too.
I saw someone, and I laughed because somebody explained the difference in the styles, and it now makes total sense to me.
Okay.
They said that if you notice, like East Coast, like here in like New York, the Northeast, especially New Yorkers, the kind of rap you hear is very much like the pace of our lives, the way we walk, the way we talk, the way we ride the trains. And that's why we heard Buster talking like that. But in the South, they're riding in their car, they're lazy. And that's they have just a different tempo in life. And that's what informs their cadence in their music.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, that makes sense to me.
Wow.
And then while we're on this, I just want to remind, as if people probably don't know, I'm sure everybody does, but I'd like to just remind folks that this year we are celebrating the 50th anniversary of hip hop. And as a Bronx girl, I like to talk about it. I'm really hoping, and like when I put in the chat about how, I go back to D Nice, when he said I live in the Bronx by the D and the 4, he had a rap because I live in the Bronx. And so I was like, me too, I live in the Bronx. So I like that. My biggest hope, and I sent a correspondence to our borough president, is that with all the different celebrations that are happening, I hope that they replicate something that we used to do.
Yeah, our era. Yeah.
Do you remember the jams? They call them jams.
I'm a big DMX fan though. I am. Oh my goodness. I cried when he passed away. I cried.
So the DMX era was behind the origins. So in the old days, what they used to do is, like in my neighborhood, there was a spot on Clay Avenue at 168th Street. Actually, there's a movie. All of a sudden I forgot the name of the movie, was with Wesley Snipes and they're the drug dealers, and then I think it's Chris Rock or somebody is coming down a load of steps on a bicycle.
Yes.
So that's where they used to have jams. So a DJ would set up. They will use the street lamps for the power for their turntables, and they would just get out. They would play the music, and somebody would rap and stuff, and those were jams. And I'm hoping that they replicate that at some point somehow around the borough, because they were big, but they weren't huge. You know, if you lived in the neighborhood, you went, and it was good and it was clean and it was fun and entertaining. So I'm hoping that that bit of nostalgia returns for this celebration.
Yes, yes. I hope so too. I hope so too. What was the top of Notty's? I know she played so many. She gets so many stories and she's so good at this. What was the top of her stories? I forget the other one. I remember the B that she just spoke about because I'm trying to work in between all of this while I listen.
We talked about the two young men who
Oh
were
yes,
found guilty.
yeah, that is so that's the one that I was trying to recall. It's so sad that people can accuse you of something and you end up spending your life or your time behind bars and you're actually innocent. I don't know how as a system we can stop this, but something has to be put in place where people in general don't have to keep being behind bars and then you get out and it's like, where's your recompense? Where's your, you know, your
There's to be none.
right.
It depends on your jurisdiction. So like what I said, I saw this morning on CBS this morning, is this man who was jailed at the age of 21 for an M he did not commit. Someone else actually confessed to it, as well as the person who identified him as the perpetrator having come forward and said, I just felt pressure by the prosecution to name somebody.
Wow.
So meanwhile, this man is 49 years old and walking out. The best thing I can say, I was very surprised that he was not bitter and angry. He was very even tempered. And I'm happy to say that he also has two daughters. That he didn't, he kept in touch with his family. And so the biggest thing that he gets to experience coming off of this terrible stint is that he gets to walk his youngest daughter down the aisle when she gets married this spring.
Oh, well, there's a blessing that came out of it.
That's the one. But yeah, and they actually, in that, I forgot the state, but they said that there's they are working on legislation that will be able to compensate people for wrongful incarceration, which of course is really needed, because he can't even do like here in New York. You could sue the city or the state and get remunerated, but that doesn't happen everywhere.
Right. And the family that have to endure the time that their family members are incarcerated, knowing they're innocent, the ridicule that the family went through while their loved in prison or in jail. It's a hardship on that. You mentioned the daughter that, she's grateful the father will walk her down the aisle, but what about all the other walks that he missed?
Exactly.
His other daughter he missed. Exactly.
Yeah. The other daughter. Oh my goodness. It's too much.
But
we got a lot of
our people a lot.
It does. Now that's facts right there. And that's been generation to generation to generation. And we do have to do more about making sure that this discontinues. How do we do that though? How can this happen? Because if somebody can just say, well, I just wanted to point somebody out of a lineup. Listen, if I know I didn't do it, I ain't even standing in the lineup. I'm not doing it. You're gonna have to talk to my attorney because I'm not doing that.
And I really feel, guys, like it could be a double-edged sword, right, with this situation, because like, how come they weren't believed? How come like it didn't need to be more evidence? How come their lives are able to be held up based on a false accusation with no proof? Like, how come we're never assumed to be telling the truth? We're always assumed to be liars, right?
Right.
And these women probably got because their parents probably didn't have the financial means to like bail them out.
That's not always the case, though. It's not always necessarily the case that their family didn't have the financial means. It really also has a lot to do with the integrity of the prosecution and whether or not it is their intention to mete out justice or to increase their rates of conviction. And that is at the core. I think it was last year. I don't remember exactly where it was, but there was a man who was convicted of something. I don't remember what, but he was incarcerated, but he had actual physical receipts to show that he wasn't even in the town where he was from when this thing happened, and they refused this evidence.
Wow.
For years, he had to go
It is just
through
that
it.
the same
So,
situation happened with the Central Park Five. You know,
well, actually,
yes,
Park
great.
5 is actually even different. No, the issue with the Central Park 5, the now exonerated 5, is that they were held by the police, incarcerated. They did not have counsel, they didn't have their parents, and they literally wore those boys down and forced confessions, just because they just wore them out. And the evidence be damned at that point. They didn't have any evidence. They just had people they wanted to convict. And then, of course, over time, we came to find out that there was someone who was incarcerated, who was responsible, who admitted to the crimes. But it was a long process. You know, it's hard to unwind this. And I don't understand 100% why, because it's so easy to convict. And when the evidence is irrefutable, when it's either physical or even somebody who has given a firsthand expression, when they refute that, if you believe me the first time, why don't you believe me the second time? You just can't. It's hard to unring the bell.
And that's what I mean. Like, there's all, I don't know. I just feel like it happens to our people where, like, people initially approach situations already with their mind made up. Like, you're already convicted.
Absolutely.
You know, even if you can prove your innocence, you're already convicted. So
because there's a pattern. There's a pattern of just us being guilty just by the very nature of what we look like. You know, it's those people. You know, you walk down the street and the woman, it sees the young men of color on the other walking towards her, and she crosses the street. You're in your car and you lock the door because somebody's coming by. They haven't done anything and not necessarily posed a threat, but you have a preconceived notion about the threat that they pose to you. And so they just carry that forward.
Yep. We got to do better. We've got to do better. So until we can come up with a real thought process and a real change, we just have to tell our young men and young women to be careful of who you're around, where you're at, your surroundings. Be very careful of that. And just be very aware when you're out of your surroundings. You can't just always be on your phone. You got to have your eyes open, head forward, and always looking and paying attention at all times.
I agree. But also, parents, educate your kids on their rights. Let them know teach them what their rights are so they can properly conduct themselves. You know what I mean? When it comes to dealing with the authority.
And also teach them effective communication, because effective communication can go a long way. I remember when I worked for a real estate firm back about 10 years ago, I met this broker, and he actually wanted me to come on his team. And we had a conversation, and at the end of the conversation, he said this. He said, you could tell a person to go to hell, and depending on the way you told them, they would look forward to the venture. And that facts and truth. And the reason why he told me that is the sweetness in your communication can get you every deal that you want, even if other people are going against you that have better degrees, better education, and better resources. The sweetness of your communication can get that person to be the one you write the contract with.
You get a better response with
you get a better response. Yeah. Let your attorney do all the yelling. That's what I say. Let the attorney do all the yelling.
And when you allow yourself to go there, like, you waste so much energy. You waste so much energy. And I don't even have the patience anymore to get into disputes like that. See, and I just try to have good intentional conversation with people, and I just try to make sure when I interact with the public and things like that, because of what I do, I have to talk to like strangers, basically. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I set in my mind, I try to have the most positive interaction so I can get the best out of that situation, right? And you can read people's energy, and if I feel like someone's energy is off and they're combative, I'll back right up. I don't have to deal with that. I don't have to deal with that. I'm not, you know what I mean? People need to stop taking things that have happened in their life out on other people, other
Amen to that. Amen to that, Naughty. Yes. Yes, we are not them. We are not they. We did not do that. And you are absolutely right. Look at the face. That's not the same face of the person that did that to you.
Exactly. And there's so many people out in the world right now projecting their traumas on everyone else. And it's just like, go deal with yourself. Go deal with yourself. Go get you some help to deal with that situation so that you could come to a resolve so that you're not taking that out on someone or something that does not deserve it.
Yeah. True.
And also knowing your place, just like those that TikTok that you showed. One of the things that I was thinking as I watched it when they were yelling racism is it seemed to me that they were so defensive because I believe that whatever the rules were, they knew and they knew they were breaking them. And I believe it sounded like they were in the wrong. And it becomes, we have these go-tos that are intellectually lazy. When we sometimes have our backs up against the wall and we know that we're wrong. So it seemed like an easy out because of the difference in the race for them to just say racism as opposed to being mindful of, what this is a safety issue because this can happen. And that's something that's missing. And that drives me nuts that people are that just lazy and unaccountable for their own actions, behavior, thoughts, and processes.
I love it, Robin. Accountability. Seriously. Yes. Accountability. Yes. I felt like they knew the rules too.
Yeah, I love it. And I also love the couple. 62 years of marriage. That's all should strive to have. 62 years, and he's still bringing her a Valentine's card. He's still telling her she makes his world go around. Yes, Naughty. Yes, I love it. Thank you for even the visual that you gave me to be able to see that video. Brought me so much joy. And I was just thinking of my husband. I want to be able to celebrate 62 years of marriage with my boo and bring him a Valentine's card too. I aspire to be in that same position one day. And I love that you brought that on panel. Yes, Naughty. I love the love.
I love the love. See, my grandparents, they were married for 65 years.
All right.
And my grandfather, he always brought my grandma flowers.
Yes.
And did little gestures. They went in 65 years. They had a run. Okay. It was not easy.
Yes, my grandparents were married for 60 years before my grandfather went to heaven. 60 years. And when I tell you my grandmother loved that man, ooh.
Exactly.
Her one and only. Her one and only. I love it. Well, Naughty and Robin, thank y'all so much for having me on panel. I'm going to run. I've got a business meeting at 12.
Yeah, I got to get to work. I appreciate both.
Thank y'all so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate both of you so much. Robin, I hope you enjoyed the gift.
I sent you a picture.
Oh, you did? Okay, I have to check it out. But yeah, no, I just thought these were very, very good subjects to touch on. So I wanted to share it with my Naughty crew because I love to have conversation with intention, right? That's how we grow. And we all as a community need to be open to these tough conversations. And the three of us, the two queens that's joining me, were able to have an eloquent, educational conversation, right? And we're all walking away with Jules. So I appreciate you both joining me today. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Please go over to the Juice Radio and Talk Show and subscribe. Love her content. She always has great spiritual food, great content, great conversation. So please go subscribe to her channel. So I hope you have a wonderful day. And we'll talk soon.
All right. Bye, ladies.
Bye. Have a good one.
Bye-bye. Have a blessed day.
Take care. Yes, Naughty Crew. I hope you guys enjoyed the conversation. We can continue in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about these different topics. Please share my content on your different social media platforms. Please remember to hit that like, subscribe, and that bell button. Excuse me, Naughty Crew. I haven't done this in so long. I forgot. To all my haters.
And I want to say thank you in case I don't thank you enough.
Love y'all too. Okay, we showing the love to our haters. Don't forget to place those orders for your hair wraps, okay? Business is booming, you guys. I appreciate all the support thus far from my Knotty crew and spreading the word. I'm just loving that my vision is coming to life, and I would not be able to do that if it wasn't for all of you supporting me. So I am forever grateful. So it's time for me to get back to the plantation, you guys. Until next time, Knotty crew, I'm out. 1